What's up, guys? It's the Carp here, back again with another AC Milan Career Mode episode, and we're starting off this time with a game against Chievo Verona, and that's what the league table looks like currently. We're in 4th place, 1 point behind 2nd. We have a game in hand on Juventus, but we are 8 points behind them. If we win this, and Inter Milan win their game, we'll be 7 points behind Inter Milan, which hopefully that'll happen, or at least hopefully we'll win. Hopefully Inter Milan drops points, obviously. That's what we want them to do. But that's the lineup I'm going to go with for this team, or for this game. A lot of players are tired, so that's why we're starting with a slightly weaker one. I'm going to give Delafeu a go at the cam position, see what he can do there. And then we're going to put Cornet at the left wing, Coltrone up front, and Honda's going to keep his place on the right wing. Pretty much the same, other than that. The only non-starter there, in the backline and goalkeeper position is Zapata. But it's because Romagnoli is slightly tired. So yeah, that's the lineup we're going to start with. Chievo Verona, not the toughest team in the world. They're in decent form, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, with the loss being against Sassuolo. But hopefully we can get the 3 points against them as well. They don't really have any standout players on the team, and Delafeu from that cam position has made it 1-0 early on. So that's interesting, something interesting to look at. Could possibly play him there in the future a little bit. We'll see. But Verona have equalized, and we've got 20 minutes left to grab a winner here. It's really not looking great. This is a very easy win that we're not going to get because it's finished 1-1, and that is just awful. I mean, Lazio there also dropping points, but Lazio really aren't the team that I'm worried about. I'm worried about, teams above us. And Sassuolo as well, if they win, they're going to go back above us. I mean, we are currently in 3rd place, but who knows if that's going to stick. Inter Milan won their game. We're now 9 points behind them. We got 11 games left to go, though, so there's still a decent amount of the season left. Dzeko, by the way, since he's came to the club, has not scored a goal. He didn't play in that game, but he was top of the scoring charts when he came to this club, and he's not scored since then. I believe he's played 3 games, maybe 4, so he really needs to step it up. He's going to start in this next game, so hopefully he can get a goal. I'm expecting goals from him. Obviously that's why I brought him in. You expect goals from a striker. Mastor wants a bigger role at the club. Apparently, he can't really expect much more game time than he's getting. And we got Juventus away, which this could be a turning point in the season. I mean, for a while there, we were keeping up with Inter Milan and Juventus for that title race. We've kind of dropped off in recent weeks, but hopefully we can win this one and jump straight back into the title race, or at least challenge for 2nd place. I think we're going to finish Champions League this season. I mean, hopefully we are. In the Serie A, it's 3rd place that you get Champions League. Sassuolo did lose their game, so we are joint 2nd within the same amount of games played. But yeah, it's really tight right now. Going to be changing things around a little bit. So, I mean, Delafeu scored at the cam position. Hopefully he can do just as well at the left wing position, because I really want to put Kaká back in because he's in form. And Cornet's he's not in form. He has went up 1 rating recently. And then I want to start Dzeko as well. So, one more change though that I need to make is, there we go. Paletta as well as the player that didn't start, not Romagnoli. Romagnoli was starting. I have confused them a couple of times now, but yeah. So that's the starting lineup that we're going to start with in this match. Honda keeps his place on the right wing. All 3 of our frontline players and our cam all have that diagonal up arrow. Everyone else, just normal form. Grimaldo also went up 1 rating somewhat recently. I mean, he's 79 rated now. We really just need a win here. I mean, it's the toughest game of the 2nd toughest game of the season so far. I mean, we played Juventus away in the start of the season in the Cup, in the Supercoppa d'Italia. I would say this is maybe a little bit easier, about the same probably. Really, I mean, we've strengthened, they've strengthened a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully, we can win it. I mean, they've won their last 3 games. And they're starting with a very strong lineup. They've got Higuain up front, who is just terrifying, really. But Isco has made it 1-0, and Higuain's made it 1-1. 2 ex-Real Madrid players. with the goals so far, and 60 minutes played now, still 1-1. Higuain was exactly the player that I was worried about going into this game, and okay, so Barrios has made it 2-1, but that was canceled out by Marquisio, and it's finished 2-2. I would definitely take that result. Barrios with a goal. He's like 17 years old or something, and he's a center defensive midfielder. So very good result, I would say, in the end. We were 2-1 up at some point, but I mean, a 2-2 draw away to Juventus is, it doesn't get much better than that. That does leave us 7 points behind them, though, still. And also, Dzeko has still not scored a goal for us since he's came here. It kind of annoys me a little bit, to be honest. I don't know why, but the strikers just can't score at this club. Niang is the only striker, really, that scores on a somewhat consistent basis. Every other striker has just been utterly disappointing for us, and it's starting to really annoy me. We can look right now, actually. Let's have a look. Let's have a little gander. Yeah. Okay. So left wing. I mean, it's a forward position. 0 goals, 0 assists, 13 games. Niang, 5 goals in 17 games. Not great, but I mean, at least he has a few goals. Dzeko, 13 goals, 7 assists so far this season. None of those goals are for us, and those assists might have been for us. I don't know, but he's not scored for us yet, and he's went down 1 rating, so that's not great. Coltrone, 3 games played, no goals. Honda in the forward position, he's performed pretty well. 4 goals, 1 assist at 30 years old. Souza's performed alright as well, but our strikers just are underperforming really. And then the only one that has, more than our only striker that has a goal for us is Niang, because Dzeko and Coltrone, neither of them scored a goal for us this season. So that's really bad. And Baca as well didn't score for us when he was here. So I don't know what it is, but our strikers aren't scoring. Maybe we need a 2-striker formation. That could be it. I don't know. But then we'd have to change everything else around in the team. Our strikers really just need to start scoring goals. I'm going to give Dzeko another chance. If he doesn't score this game, though, he's going to get dropped. Because I can't be having this. Fernandez is going to go in for Kaká because he's a little bit tired. Honda's going to keep his position. Actually, I'm going to put Suso in for this one. And Delafeu is going to keep his place out on the left wing. Everything else is going to stay the same. If I might change the bench around a little bit. I'm gonna get Munoz. Munoz doesn't have the N yet. It's probably Munoz. In for Antonelli on the bench, and he's actually gonna start this game because I need to play him at least 10 matches this season to meet the board's objectives. And hey, maybe he can do something for us at right back. I mean, he hasn't played that many minutes this season, so hasn't really had a chance to shine yet. But I'm gonna give him a little go in this next match. Not sure who we're playing, but it's going to be easier than the match we just played, obviously, because we played Juventus away, which is probably the toughest game we could play. So, we're playing Genoa, who are probably not doing that well in the league. They are... Where are they? Okay, so they're 8th, so actually doing really well. I mean, Genoa in real life, I think, would probably take that, any day of the week. But it is still at home, and it's still a match I'm expecting to win. I'm going to be really disappointed if we don't win it. I mean, we've got a lot of draws recently. Hopefully we won't draw this one. We need a big win. I mean, we just need to win like 4-0 or something. That's the only way I can see us turning this season around if we start just smashing teams that we should be beating. We haven't scored yet though. There we go. Delafeu, just after I said it, he scored the goal. And he's made it 2-0. That's his second brace of the season so far. Veloso for them missed a penalty. That's good. We went up and scored on the other end. They did make it, 3-1 at that point, but then they got a red card. That's the end of the game. A lot of stuff happened there. So 3-1 win in the end is a really good result. I'll take that. Veloso, though, for them, a terrible match. He missed a penalty for them, and then we went and made it 3-0 just afterwards. Then they made it 3-1. Give him a little bit of chance, a little bit of hope. And then he gets red carded. So, wow, who knows where that game would have went if he would have, scored and not gotten red carded. Could have been a completely different game. That puts us still in 3rd place at this point. But Sassuolo does have a game in hand, so they could go above us. We'll just have to wait and see. They still haven't played their game in hand. We'll do some training. So 68 rated Munoz and 66 rated Barrios. They're not really progressing as quickly as I thought they would, but I mean, they're doing alright, I guess. I forget what their potentials are. I know it will be at least 80 rated potential for me to, have signed them into the starting team. So hopefully they can start progressing pretty quickly. Okay, not really any important news in here. Okay. So Swallow still hasn't scored their game in hand. Or played their game in hand, even. Not scored. We're going to play one more match this episode, and Munoz there we go. He's up another rating to 69. He is now 9 ratings off of our best right back, Abate. He might be in form. Is he in form? Okay, so he's got a diagonal up arrow, so I'm going to keep him in the lineup for this next game. Hopefully he can keep that up arrow for the rest of the season. Okay, Dominguez wants out of the youth team. Let's go have a look at this. Nope, I was in the right place. There we go. Okay, so Dominguez. Where is Dominguez? He is there. Okay, so he's got 79 to 93 rated potential. He's only 49 rated right now. He's 17 years old. I'm just going to release him because he's not that great, really. We do have a couple of decent players in here. The best of them are goalkeepers, though, and then this guy is okay as well. I guess I'll go ahead and sign him up to a contract. I mean, he's not going to start any games this season, or probably even play this season, but we'll go ahead and, let him be a part of the first team. Okay, so we have a game against Pescara, which was it's Pescara. Okay, it's away. It's going to be somewhat difficult. Sassuolo did win their game in hand, so we are 2 points behind them, 4 points behind Juventus, and 11 points off of Inter Milan at the top of the league. So at this point, I would say we're not winning the league, but hopefully we can still challenge for second place. Do I want to start with the same lineup? Isco's went up another rating, so he's 86 now. So that's decent. I'm going to put Kaká in, I think, and I'm tempted to drop Bonaventura and put in Fernandez, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Munoz is going to keep his spot. Okay, so he is Spanish, and there's no Enya, so it's Munoz, which doesn't sound right, but I guess that's his name. I just feel like it should be Munoz, but no, it's Munoz. And yeah, the rest of those starting 3 forwards are going to keep their spots. Although if Dieko, I think I said this earlier, if Dieko didn't score in the last game, but I don't really have anyone else to replace him with while Niang's still out injured, so he's going to keep his spot. As soon as Niang's back from injury, though, Dieko's probably going to get dropped. Probably from the entire team. I don't even know if I want him on the bench because, he's not scored a goal for us still. But anyways, we got Pescara at their stadium. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games. I would say we are the favorites, despite the fact that it is an away game. I'm hoping to pick up 3 points, obviously. Pretty early injury for Paleta, though. Not the greatest thing in the world. 40 minutes played, and Suso has made it 1-0. So there we go. We've scored the first goal of the game. Hopefully we can keep that clean sheet and maybe even score another one. Paleta is out. 15 minutes left, and the game is almost over. And Fernandez, there we go, making it 2-0 just near the end of the match. So a 2-0 win. Very nice. We did get an injury in that match. How serious is that injury going to be? Let's see. Okay, he is out for 6 weeks. Oh man, we just keep getting, pretty bad injuries. I'm not really appreciating these injuries, but it could be worse, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode. So leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys next time.